Top 5 Natural Wonders of the World. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where we talk about the most fun and interesting locations on the planet. In today's video we'll be talking about 5 natural wonders of the world, so smash that like button, subscribe and click on the bell notification icon so that you don't miss an upload. Let's get into it. 1. Great Belize Blue Hole, Belize. The Great Blue Hole is a giant marine sinkhole off the coast of Belize. It lies near the center of Lighthouse Reef, a small atoll 70 kilometers (43 miles) from the mainland and Belize City. The hole is circular in shape, 318 meters (1,043 feet) across and 124 meters (407 feet) deep. It has a surface area of 70,650 square meters (760,500 square feet). It was formed during several episodes of Quaternary glaciation when sea levels were much lower. Analysis of stalactites found in the Great Blue Hole shows that formation took place 153,000, 66,000, 60,000, and 15,000 years ago. As the ocean began to rise again, the cave was flooded. The Great Blue Hole is a part of the larger Belize Barrier Reef Reserve System, a FLERA World Heritage Site. The site was made famous by Jacques Cousteau, who declared it one of the top 5 scuba diving sites in the world. In 1971 he brought his ship, the Calypso, to the hole to chart its depths. Investigations by this expedition confirmed the hole's origin as typical karst limestone formations, formed before rises in sea level in at least 4 stages, leaving ledges at depths of 21 meters, 69 feet, 49 meters, 161 feet, and 91 meters, 299 feet. Stalactites were retrieved from submerged caves, confirming their previous formation above sea level. One of the most fascinating and interesting fact about the Belize Blue Hole is that the Belize Blue Hole is almost perfectly circular in shape, measuring 300 meters, 984 feet, across and 108 meters, 354 feet, deep. It is also the largest sea hole in the world. Sea holes refer to caves that were submerged when rising waters covered them. Most sea holes, just like the Belize Blue Hole, were submerged at the end of the last Great Ice Age some 10,000 years ago. The geological process that resulted in the creation of this natural wonder started 153,000 years ago, and ended about 15,000 years ago when this underwater fissure assumed the shape it has today. Closer analysis of its features reveals that Great Blue Hole was originally an inland cave, before it was flooded by the rising sea levels at some point during its history. Biodiversity is one of the most important reasons why people want to see Great Blue Hole. In particular, this place is home to several shark species including Caribbean reef sharks, nurse sharks, hammerheads, bull sharks, and black-tip sharks. Legendary French documentarian and marine biologist Jacques Cousteau visited the Blue Hole in 1971. He later described the Blue Hole as one of his top favorite 10 dive sites in the world. 2. Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. The Giant's Causeway is an area of about 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, the result of an ancient volcanic fissure eruption. It is located in County Antrim on the north coast of Northern Ireland, about 3 miles, 5 kilometers, northeast of the town of Bushmills. It was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1986 and a National Nature Reserve in 1987 by the Department of the Environment for Northern Ireland. In a 2005 poll of Radio Times readers, the Giant's Causeway was named the 4th greatest natural wonder in the United Kingdom. Around 50 to 60 million years ago, during the Paleocene epoch, Antrim was subject to intense volcanic activity, when highly fluid molten basalt intruded through chalk beds to form an extensive volcanic plateau. As the lava cooled, contraction occurred. Horizontal contraction fractured in a similar way to drying mud, with the cracks propagating down as the mass cooled, leaving pillar-like structures, which also fractured horizontally into biscuits. It was voted as the 4th greatest natural wonder in the United Kingdom. UNESCO declared it as a World Heritage Site in 1986. Since then, many people from all over the world have come to Northern Ireland to learn more about this fascinating natural wonder. At first glance the formation of the columns appears man-made. But following closer inspection, you can see nature at work. Based on geology, the Giant's Causeway was formed over 50 million years ago by intense volcanic action. The lava cooled at a rapid speed, breaking into distinctive shapes. The rock formation of the giant causeway range in sizes and numbers. Some of the columns have 4, 7 or 8 sides. These were as a result of the weathering of the rocks that created circular structures that the locals call giant's eyes. Many of these columns fit together that it is impossible to separate them. A bird's eye view makes the causeway look like a cobblestone street. There are about 40,000 interlocking columns made from basalt, and they have unique hexagonal shapes. It is no surprise that there is folklore about the origin of the giant causeway. One look at this natural wonder will leave one thinking a supernatural being was behind it. Local legend says that the giant causeway was built by Finn McCool, who was a giant. To make it more realistic, there is a rock formation that resembles a giant boot. It is believed that Finn built this causeway in order to reach Scotland without getting his feet wet. He used it to go to fight his enemy Benandonna. 3. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef system, composed of over 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands stretching for over 2,300 kilometers, 1,400 miles, over an area of approximately 344,400 square kilometers, 133,000 square miles. The reef is located in the Coral Sea, off the coast of Queensland, Australia, separated from the coast by a channel 100 miles wide in places and over 200 feet deep. The Great Barrier Reef can be seen from outer space and is the world's biggest single structure made by living organisms. This reef structure is composed of and built by billions of tiny organisms, known as coral polyps. It supports a wide diversity of life and was selected as a World Heritage Site in 1981. The Great Barrier Reef is a distinct feature of the East Australian Cordillera Division. It reaches from Torres Strait, between Bramble Cay, its northernmost island, and the south coast of Papua New Guinea, in the north to the unnamed passage between Lady Elliot Island, its southernmost island, and Fraser Island in the south. Lady Elliot Island is located 1,915 kilometers, 1,190 miles, southeast of Bramble Cay as the crow flies. It includes the smaller Murray Islands. Climate change, pollution, crown of thorns, starfish and fishing are the primary threats to the health of this reef system. Other threats include shipping accidents, oil spills, and tropical cyclones. Skeletal eroding band, a disease of bony corals caused by the protozoan Halofolliculina corallacea, affects 31 coral species. So, what is a coral, you ask? Corals are formed by tiny creatures called polyps that have a sac-like body with emerging tentacles. Corals gain their rock-like structure from the polyps as they use calcium and carbonate ions from the seawater to create a hard outer skeleton to protect their soft bodies. These polyps survive due to their relationship with the algae that live alongside them. The algae absorb light from the sun and subsequently feed the coral. The algae also give the corals their bright colors. Corals are, in fact, nocturnal, and it is under the cover of darkness that the polyps emerge from their outer casings to catch small creatures that pass by. As already mentioned, some of the coral structures could date back millions of years, but so too could some of the creatures living there. The alien-like nautilus is a distant cousin to the squid, but what makes this creature unique is that it appears to have remained relatively unchanged over the last 500 million years. 4. Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. Ha Long Bay or Ha Long Bay is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and popular travel destination in Quang Ninh Province, Vietnam. The name Ha Long means descending dragon. Administratively, the bay belongs to Ha Long City, Cam Pha City, and is a part of Van Don District. The bay features thousands of limestone coasts and isles in various shapes and sizes. Ha Long Bay has an area of around 1,553 square kilometers, 600 square miles, including 1,960 to 2,000 islets, most of which are limestone. The core of the bay has an area of 334 square kilometers, 129 square miles, with a high density of 775 islets. The limestone in this bay has gone through 500 million years of formation in different conditions and environments. Before the 19th century, the name Ha Long Bay had not been recorded in the old books of the country. It has been called An Bang, Luc Van Don. In the late 19th century, the name Ha Long Bay appeared on the maritime map of France. The French-language Haiphong News reported dragon appears on Ha Long Bay. Archaeologists believe that humans have lived in Ha Long Bay for around 18,000 years. Over the centuries, Ha Long Bay has been the scene for many naval conflicts between Vietnam and foreign aggressors. In the local language, Ha Long Bay means the bay where dragons landed. So as the legend goes, once upon a time, Vietnam was under attack by invaders in ships. In order to help Vietnam protect itself, the gods, or the emperor, sent dragons to help the people. These dragons dropped jewels into the ocean, which turned into the Ha Long Bay Islands, and created a barrier, preventing the invaders from reaching the shore and thus protecting Vietnam. Interestingly, these dragons are believed to have decided to remain on Earth and not return to heaven, and are said to still reside underwater at Ha Long Bay. During the war between America and Vietnam, some of the Vietnamese leaders used a large cave in Ha Long to serve as a safe house, shelter and a bomb-proof hospital for injured people and soldiers. This cave had over 17 rooms and was in use until 1975, and today it is open to visitors. 5. Perito Moreno Glacier, Patagonia. The Perito Moreno Glacier is a glacier located in Los Glaciares National Park in southwest Santa Cruz Province, Argentina. It is one of the most important tourist attractions in the Argentine Patagonia. The 250 square kilometers, 97 square miles, ice formation, 30 kilometers, 19 miles, in length, is one of 48 glaciers fed by the southern Patagonian ice field located in the Andes system shared with Chile. This ice field is the world's third largest reserve of fresh water. Despite most of the innumerable glaciers worldwide retreating, one of the few unusual glaciers that maintains in a state of equilibrium is the Perito Moreno Glacier, because it continues to accumulate mass at a rate similar to that of its loss. The reason remains debated by glaciologists. The terminus of the Perito Moreno Glacier is 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles, wide, with an average height of 74 meters, 240 feet, above the surface of the water of Argentino Lake, in Argentina. It has a total ice depth of 170 meters, 558 feet. Pressure from the weight of the ice slowly pushes the glacier over the inner fjord of Lake Argentino, reaching the coast of Peninsula de Magallanes and bisecting the lake at an area called the Brazo Rico Arm, on one side, and the Canal de los Tempanos, Iceberg Channel, on the other. When you're planning your visit, there's a particular one of our Perito Moreno Glacier facts you should keep in mind. Perito Moreno Glacier and Perito Moreno Town are completely different things. Just to keep you on your toes, the Perito Moreno Glacier isn't in Perito Moreno. In fact, the glacier's namesake lies 600 kilometers north of the national park. The nearest settlement is the small village of El Calafate, which is approximately 78 kilometers to the west of Perito Moreno Glacier. Impressively, the Perito Moreno Glacier is the third largest reserve of fresh water on the planet, surpassed only by the Antarctic and Greenland ice sheets. Different tour operators offer two types of trekking on the glacier. The first is a mini trek, which takes about an hour and a half. The second is the complete experience, where guides take you on a 5-hour glacial excursion. Therefore, depending on your budget and endurance, there's a glacier hike for everyone. The Perito Moreno Glacier is considered by many to be the 8th wonder of the world. With so many interesting Perito Moreno Glacier facts to discover, all that's left is to book your Patagonian adventure. That will be it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment of what you would like us to talk about in future videos. Thanks.